Minimum mandatory sentencing laws are defined as a court decision where judicial discretion is limited by law. Typically, people convicted of certain crimes must be punished with at least a minimum number of years in prison. The most controversial mandatory sentencing laws is the 3 strikes and you're out. The law requires imprisonment for a minimum term of 25 years after a defendant is convicted of a 3rd serious felony. However, certain human rights groups believe that mandatory sentencing laws are used as discriminatory practices against minorities. Federal courts have used these laws as a deterrent in the war on drugs in hopes of reducing drug-related offenses. The result is the possession of crack cocaine, which is frequently associated with minorities, has a significantly harsher sentence than the possession of powder cocaine. It takes 100 times more powder cocaine than crack to trigger the mandatory minimum sentencing under federal law. In other words, powder cocaine offenders who traffic 500 grams of powder receive the same sentence as crack offenders who possess just 5 grams of crack, resulting to a 100-to-1 sentence disparity. Do you feel that there is a disparity in sentencing when you're dealing with crack and powder cocaine?
Yeah, there's a disparity. The disparity is, if you deal with crack, you go to jail. If you deal with cocaine, you have money, or maybe your parents have money, so you go to rehab. I mean, rehab, you come out of rehab, you get a job, there's no blemishes on your record, there's nothing that follows you. Really, you don't have to answer the question and say, yes, I've been to rehab. Now, if you're dealing with crack cocaine, you go to jail, and there's a question on the bottom of every application that says, have you ever been arrested? That question right there will lose the job for you, actually. I mean, no matter how good a person you are, what you did since then, I mean, what were the circumstances of your arrest, none of that is an issue. What kind of grades you got in high school, what kind of person you are, none of that is an issue. The only issue is you sold crack cocaine, or you got arrested for crack cocaine or possession of. So I mean, and let me say this on camera or whatever, I've never been arrested, I don't sell crack, I don't touch the stuff. I agree with Bobby and Whitney, crack is whack.
I appreciate that, and you just heard it from yourself. Those who are on powder cocaine, they get rehab. Those who use crack, go to jail. For Reflections News, this is Rafael Gentry, Atlanta.